can sit down anywhere and I am not going to be denied because of how I look. And I would be ignorant to not admit that.
And I'm going to counter that with we are justifiably not let into spaces. And our whiteness takes away access to things like powwows. And there's an island in Hawaii that's only for natives or for like safe spaces for black communities or whatever else. We are justifiably denied access because of our skin.
Well,
Period. We live in New Orleans.
The thing about Hawaii, though,
Yeah.
Hawaii is stolen land. I believe that they have every right to be able to say only we're allowed to go here because that was theirs. It was literally stolen land that was stolen by white people.
Yeah. No, but that's why it's justifiably it's still denied access.
Yeah.
But it is justifiable, 100%.
Yeah, it's denied access, but it's justifiable. But it's like in my own day-to-day life, I can go anywhere. I can sit down anywhere. I can go read a book in a library. I can go to Starbucks. People don't fear me because of how I look, and so they don't feel the need to be like, you can't be here.
But like in your day-to-day life, are you being denied access? Like, are you trying to go to that island? That
No.
went to? Okay.
I think that's a really good question.
Like,
Has it happened? I guess. Because
I would
are you
say
seeking
yeah.
those spaces then?
not necessarily seeking them. If I am already aware that this is like, hey, this is for us, not for you, I'm not going to show up and be like, yeah, but like, I'm a cool white person. But there are spaces that we are not allowed, and I think that's okay.
No, it is okay, but you're not actively seeking to be part of those circles. You're not being denied access to them.
I will agree with that.
Sure, and I can say that maybe those are not the best examples, but like I think especially because my social circles are predominantly people of color, there are definitely things where they're like where I've had them be like, this is not a conversation for you, and I'm like, okay. I have had those experiences. I'm okay with them. I want to be clear. Like, I think there should be spaces that aren't for me, and that is okay. But they've existed and they've been in my life.
I'm just one really specific example. Otherwise, I feel like in general, I'm not denied access because of my race or my experience. But I had an ex whose stepfather was wildly racist, like Nazi memorabilia, like just insane individual. And I was never allowed over her house because of him. And the one time that I kind of snuck in, he was staring at me through the window, and I'll never forget
that's
that.
wild,
Like,
bro.
the way that man was staring at me through the window,
crazy.
and then cursed out his kids for having me in the house. That man's now in prison for doing God knows what, but it's where he belongs.
I was looking for funding for my film, and most
Nazi memorabilia, like just
Terrible, bro.
But they've existed and they've been in my life.
I'm just one really specific example. Otherwise, I feel like in general, I'm not denied access because of my race or in my experience. But I had an ex whose stepfather was wildly racist, like Nazi memorabilia, like just insane individual. And I was never allowed over her house because of him. And the one time
Odious
that
behavior.
Nazi memorabilia, like just insane individual, and I was never allowed over her house because of him.
Wow.
And the one time that I kind of snuck in, he was staring at me through the window, and I'll never forget that in my life. The way that man was staring at me through the window, and then cursed out his kids for having me in the house. That man's now in prison for doing God knows what, but it's where he belongs.
I was looking for funding for my film, and most of them are for colored people, and I totally understand that. And there is like not many that I found that are for like everybody. My mind would be like, damn, I cannot do it. Like I cannot apply to it. But from the other side, I understand that the black community, like you guys need to get your movies out there.
If anything, I feel like I've been.
A long time ago in high school, bro. Um, two two Arabs were working at the 7-Eleven that was by my high school, bro. High school. I was in high school at the time. Uh, they thought I stole from the store, so they banned me from the store for a year, bro. They assumed because they prejudged me, bro. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. Just because just because I am black, they automatically they automatically assumed that um, I did not pay for a product that bro, that I intended intended to steal from that store, that I did intend to steal from that store. I did not. I never stole from that store, bro. Never, never, never. But they thought I stole, so they banned me from the store, bro. That was crazy. That was crazy. But I was able to go back in that store a year later. Um, they were no longer there. Um, yeah, that was BS what they did, bro. But yeah, it is. Yeah, I was, bro. It was stoked that I was able to go back to that store for sure, for sure.
The other side, I understand that the black community, like, you guys need to get, it would be like,